Ladies and gentlemen, please put it together for Miss Joan Reinmuth.
Monty must be in this somewhere. Darlings, just to see you here, really, I'm verklempt. I really am. Did you take a nap to get here? You stayed up. You're gorgeous, really. Did Peter tell you that I opened for Seinfeld? Miriam Seinfeld. She's my downstairs neighbor. She forgot her key in the garage and I had to go down and get it for her. Betty Hoffreck's still doing horoscopes in Woodstock. She sent me mine tonight. She said, Joan, you're gonna kill tonight. Pluto's in Uranus. I'm like, how terrific is this? I'm gonna cancel my colonoscopy. I don't gotta pay for a second opinion. My pal Juliana's here. Joan, as usual, you look. Who are you wearing tonight? I'm wearing Second Amendment. That's my right to bear arms. In a well-regulated militia. Why, Joan, how do you keep your militia regulated? Bran muffins? I mean, you gotta remember, these are not school crossing guards anymore. These guys were hunting slaves. Now they use bran muffins and bump start. Joan, you might want to rethink the bump start.
Bump stock.
Bump stock? Is that what you're looking for? Bump stock. 7 miles right down the road. You come to a big sign says, I'm a getting scented candles. You'll be there. Danny, darling.
Bump stock.
Yeah. Your dentist was canceled. You found out when you got there?
Yeah.
Brooklyn?
Yeah.
You know my husband Danny? But do you guys know that I met him on the atheist dating app called Missing Link? You guys use it? You use it? I'll tell you, I really was attracted to Danny's passive-aggressive profile. And I know he liked that little tramp stamp I have in the back. I don't know if you can see it. But I got a little tattoo, says what every 75-year-old woman wants and needs, abortion on demand. I'm like, Danny, if this marriage fails, I'm gonna try carbon dating. Come on, I still got it. Yeah, all right, I don't work for Jiffy Lube, but I'm no monument to menopause either. I did work for Jiffy Lube. So, think about it. If women got a comma instead of a period, they could go all night. I could go all night. I mean, Cleopatra got a pyramid instead of a period, and she's still going. So, let me ask you a question. How long can you go? I don't want to put you on the spot. But how long can you go before you start to touch your cell phone? You do have a cell phone, don't you?
Half an hour.
You have a cell phone. You'll do me a favor, darling.
Yes.
You call up Paul Ryan in his congressional office. I know you'll say it's 10 o'clock. But Paul Ryan is in Congress. He said he's going to work until every child in America loses their health care benefits. Really? Think about it. Yesterday, Obamacare. Today, nobody care. I'm a flexible person. You guys know me a lot of years over at this table. I'm flexible. I can bend a spoon with my mind. My spirit animal is a water balloon. But I really cannot wrap my mind around the idea that we're deporting immigrant children, especially one as cute as the one we've got right here. Look, little Stevie Jobs. This isn't the Stevie Jobs, but it's a Stevie Jobs, and he wants your help. What is it, little tyke? He'd like you to help find his father. Is his father, and yes we will, his father number A here? Wait, not number A. Letter A. Is it Mr. Steve Jobs? Is that little Stevie Jobs' dad? Or is it father number B, Mr. Abdullah Fattah Jindali? Anybody thinks that Steve Jobs' dad could have been named Steve Jobs? It's not the craziest thing you ever heard. Anybody? I'm not mocking you, it's not a test. Anybody think the name of his father could have been Steve Jobs? Come on, I gotta get back to work. Anybody? It could be, right? Yeah. Wrong, you failed. His father is Mr. Jindali. They're Syrian. Today he wouldn't be allowed in the country. How about them apples? Danny said to say apples with the computer. He said they'll laugh at apples. Last year, half the Genius Awards in this country went to immigrant Americans. We should be building a wall to keep our geniuses, immigrants, in.
Right.
Do immigrant children cause a problem? Yes, they do. They cause an enormous amount of white folks to act creepy. Creepy is the middle name for the administration we're living under right now, with their phony experts trying to convince us that science is bad. They're trying to convince us that climate change is just a scam to sell water bottles and batteries. Really, where do they get these experts from? The Union of Unconcerned Scientists at Trump University? I know you must have seen it on Facebook today, but they unveiled a new plan to reduce the carbon footprint. You don't want people driving around in polluting cars? Put them in prison. Unless they're not going to be driving cars in prison, that's why they call it incarceration. We got us some experts ourselves, actually. We got the guy that invented, where did I put it? They got the guy that invented the little can of liquid democracy. Here it is. Shake it up. Shake it up, and it sprays the fantasy of all these monuments we've been building. Let me ask you something. Is this the only country that builds monuments to slave owners?
Probably.
Right? Slave owners, hamburgers, unsafe kiddie rides. And then they built the big one to the guy that discovered he wasn't in China. Well, he thought, how could I be in China? Well, I'm in India. Still managed to import a whole lot of genocide and syphilis. So guys, the guys in this table know me a long time, and they know I like to win. I got a kid right over there that will tell you that I was an all-star salad builder. I do competitive yoga because I like to win. And I like to stand with Colin Kaepernick. Well, I don't stand with Colin Kaepernick. Actually, we don't stand together. And if you're confused which one is me and which one is Colin, I'm the one in the patriotic sports bra. I put it on and it says, remember the fallen. So, my little darlings, let me get a little closer to you. Where's Lily? Lily drove up. I worked at Bellevue. Lily drove up to surprise me. I also worked at Planned Parenthood. Not everybody with dirty white shoes is a nurse, but I am. I wrote their motto, and you didn't hear it, did you? Anybody know it? Don't fuck with us and don't fuck without us. They didn't use it. I don't know why I'm surprised. Right, we wouldn't have a 2-year waiting period now before we could get an abortion and take off these fakakta pink pussy hats. I'll wait. I got time.
There you go. You go once.
Darlings, keep talking shit. Comedy is a culture of resistance, and besides, when your kids ask you, your grandchildren ask you, what did you do during the Trump years? You tell them, I was a public nuisance.
All right. Joan Reinmuth.